What's going on, everyone? Great Day Kicks here back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the new Nike Air Max 270s that were released for the annual Air Max Day that Nike has every year. So we're just going to be looking at the few colorways that came out on today, February the 1st, and that are coming out tomorrow. So the four colorways right off the bat are Total Orange, Photo Blue, Hot Punch. It's actually five because there's Volt and then there's White Volt. The images will be popping up on the screen as I read them out. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So the Nike Air Max 270 is a lifestyle shoe that Nike's bringing out for their annual Air Max Day. So they do that every year, and this year that's their kind of special thing. It's a mix between the Air Max 93 and the Air Max 180. I'd say it looks a bit more similar to the 93 than it does the 180. So basically there's two components of the shoe. There's the black part and then the air bubble, which is a separate component, and that's the 270 kind of part. So the air bubble is on the heel only, and the color from the air bubble kind of runs up the back of the heel. And that's similar to the 93 because the 93, the air bubble's on the heel only as well, and it runs along the whole back of the heel just like the 270 does. So about the two components, the main component, which is like the fabric, it's all one part, so it's a slip-on shoe. Today, February the 1st, they released two colors. They released Total Orange and Hot Punch, which is kind of like a pink, kind of like blood orange color. And in my opinion, the Total Orange is a really nice shoe, but I think that the Hot Punch will get more life out of it, because with the Total Orange, once that gets dirty, like if you've owned a pair of Air Maxes, you know that once the air bubble gets dirty, the color's way off. So some 93s that came out, once they got dirty, the color it just turned into a gray, and I think the orange will age a bit worse than the Hot Punch would. So for the first five colorways, Nike has gone for really basic colors on the upper and the midsole to really make the color of the air bubble pop. So they've really done it to accentuate the neon colors that they've put on the air bubble, such as the Volt and the Hot Punch. The Photo Blue also looks great. That's probably like one of my favorites. Don't get me wrong, the Total Orange does look good, but I just think it will age the worst. So tomorrow, with February the 2nd, the remaining three colors that are coming out is Photo Blue, White Volt, and Volt. So between the White Volt and the regular Volt, the similarity they share is the kind of neon green air bubble. The only thing that's different is the main shoe, like the midsole, all that is actually white. So that's just the only difference. So looking a bit more about the actual detailing of the 270, on the heel, just below the heel tab, it has 270 engraved in the air bubble. It also has 270 on the tongue, which is just as I said, it's a slip-on design shoe, so the tongue isn't actually a separate part. And the toe box, I've noticed that it looks a lot like the Air Max 90. The MX 90 2.0s in like all black. It shares that same kind of like plastic pressed fabric on the toe box. I'll show you what I mean. But yeah, so in my opinion, because I have the MX 90s, it holds the shape really well. You're not going to have any creasing. The material's not going to get ripped. I think it's a good idea that Nike implemented that, because it's pretty durable and it keeps the shoe shaped well, because the hard plastic actually keeps the toe box shaped, as I said. So additionally, a little bit of information about the air bubble. So it's the highest air bubble that Nike has created. So you're going to have a lot of lift when you buy this shoe compared to other Air Maxes like the TNs, the Vapor Max, and the Air Max 1s. This is going to be the biggest clearance from the ground that you'll have on the air bubble. So there are more colorways coming out apart from the five that I've mentioned. So far, Nike has announced at least 12 colorways, but there's probably many more to come as the shoe gets more popular and they bring out more releases throughout the year. But so including the five that I've mentioned, which is the Volt, White Volt, Total Orange, Photo Blue, and Hot Punch, there's a Knicks inspired colorway, that's what I'm calling it, an Oreo kind of inspired colorway, a white and black, a red, blue, and white, a triple blacks, which will sell out really quickly, fire red, and the one in particular that I noticed was this mint white colorway. I can't remember the exact name for it, but it was taken as inspiration from the Air Max 93. I think that's really important that Nike did that, because when you're combining two designs from two iconic shoes such as the 180 and the 93, it's good to sort of bring back that nostalgia from that and implement it into the new design. So sneakerheads will be like, well, it's appealing for the new consumers. You know, people like that. People like to see that, and I think it's just a great way of bringing that into the new kind of the annual Air Max Day for this year. It really brings back kind of the culture, I'd say. So a lot of concerns that people were having were that the holes on the upper, shown in the mint photo, Nike would rely too heavily on that and would make it so that every single colorway they were having, there was, you know, contrasting colors, holes, contrasting everything everywhere, and people were just saying it made the shoe look cheap and undesirable. And I think Nike did a good job of bringing out, you know, starting off their release of the 270 with those 5 basic colors. So having a fully black upper, having a fully black and white midsole, you know, they did a really good job of making sure that it contrasted well, but not too much that it ruined the whole kind of colorway of the shoes. The creator of the shoe, Dylan Rash, he actually says that originally the idea was to mash up the Air Max 93 and the Air Max 180 and build a new, more refined silhouette incorporating elements of both, which is essentially what they did. Somewhere along the way, we got to a point where we essentially abandoned that idea and decided to make something entirely new. That's when we flipped to what has now become the Nike Air Max 270 with this sleek, new designed, engineered upper. It's not a hybrid at all, it's a new Air Max. So that's just the way of them marketing it. You know, they're not going to be like, come buy the new Air Max 93 cross 180. It's just marketing techniques. Everyone says it's a mix between the 93 and the 180. It's clear to see that, you know, even photos of the 93, you can tell straight away. But yeah, as you said, you know, maybe they weren't trying to do it, maybe it just happened. So a bit about the pricing. It goes for $150, so you can buy it from Nike.com, you can buy it from pretty much any online retailer. It's not that hard to find. It costs $150, which for me, perfect price. You know, anything over, it would have been too much, and you know, anything under, like 150 is the perfect amount. Air Maxes usually go for 120, 180 anyway, anywhere between that. So I think 150 was perfect just to, you know, test it out a little bit, because it is a new release after all, so they don't want to make it too expensive, they don't want to make it too cheap. I think 150 is perfect. The fit, based on what I've read, half a size down is probably the way to go. Air Maxes are notorious for thin-footed people. If you got a fat foot like me, don't be dumb. Go half a size up. So half a size down for people with narrow feet, people with, like me, that have wide feet, always go for those half sizes. So if you're a size 10, I'd say, considering the upper is multi-layer fabric, it might stretch a little bit, so I'd probably go for a 10.5. But normally, just go half a size down for the regular, you know, people that are buying it. Just to recap this video of the Air Max 270, February the 1st, Total Orange and Hot Punch are releasing, and tomorrow the 2nd is Volt and White Volt, as well as Photo Blue. I like all the colorways that are releasing for the 1st and the 2nd. I'll look further into the 270 colorways. I'll be posting that on my Facebook group, which is at the Sneaker Bible. So if you go on Facebook and type in at the Sneaker Bible, you'll be able to find my page there. So if you could follow that, I'll be posting all, you know, what I think of new releases for February, just all things sneakers there. So if you could follow that, that'd be great. You know, like and subscribe here too. And yeah, thanks for watching. Max 180 and the Air Max. Shut the fuck up. I'll show that Nike released for their annual Air Max. Shut the fuck up. So the Nike. Oh my god. So the Air Max 270. Is a mix between the Air Max 93 and the Air Max 180. Oh, you're fucking kidding.